appreciate everybody coming today. We are kicking off Customer Service Week. The theme this year is Are You Mad? And we're going to describe that as we go throughout the week. A lot is said in the corporate world today about corporate strategy, corporate vision, but I am really big on a quote I heard from Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker is a management and leadership guru, and he once said that culture eats strategy for breakfast. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. So it depends on the climate. It depends on our culture that we have. If we can carry all the strategy, all the vision in the world is useless unless we have a positive culture, unless we have a positive climate. So we want to spend a little bit of time today talking about how we can create a positive culture and a positive climate by inspiration and by being mad every day. I'm going to challenge you to be mad every day, okay? And I'm going to explain that again. But statistics tell us from Gallup that only 30% of the American workforce is engaged. 30%. That means 70% is disengaged. And if we put those numbers to an analogy, think about a bicycle, a 10-person bicycle. And on that bicycle, 3 people would be pedaling the bicycle. Okay? 5 people are pretending to pedal. Anybody work with that person? They pretend to pedal. They pretend to get their hours. They pretend to meet with consumers. And then there are 2 people that are jamming on the brakes. Where's that bicycle going? That bicycle is going nowhere. It's headed on a collision course. That's the state of the workforce in our nation right now. And so what we want to talk about is how can we improve our engagement? How can we be inspired? And when I think about inspiration, I also think about the opposite of the word inspiration. What's the opposite of the word inspiration? To me, it's expiration. What expires? Our insurance expires. Food expires. Different offers expire. Sales expires. Our license expires. Our milk expires. What does it mean to expire? It means to outlive your usefulness. To outlive your usefulness. To go out of date. And too often, our passion expires. Our dreams expire. Our energy expires. Our enthusiasm expires. And energy, enthusiasm, emotions, those are all things that we can control. So how do you inspire people? I want to give you 2 thoughts about how you can inspire yourself more regularly and more effectively. Number one, you need to inspire yourself. Inspire yourself. You might think that sounds simple or even crazy, but I want to tell you, it can work if you can inspire yourself. I try to ask myself 2 questions every morning. Question number 1, I ask myself, John, are you going to attack today with enthusiasm that is unknown to mankind? Will I attack today with enthusiasm unknown to mankind? Because I can control my enthusiasm. Question number 2, am I going to be a thermostat or will I be a thermometer? Today, will I be a thermostat or a thermometer? What's the function of a thermometer? To measure the temperature. It reflects the climate. It reflects the atmosphere. It reflects the temperature that's in the room. What's the function of a thermostat?
Change.
It changed it. It doesn't just reflect it, but it regulates the temperature. And I ask myself every day, are you going to be a thermostat or will you be a thermometer? You know, we've got a lot of thermometers that work at Preferred Family Health Care. We really do. You know what they sound like? Don't go down that hall. She is so hot today, she will snap and she will bite your head off. You know what they've done? Anybody work with that person? Some people are laughing, giggling. You know why? Because it happens. What they've done is they've just taken the temperature. They've just taken the temperature. But within all of us is the capacity to be thermostat, to regulate the climate. You see, your attitude is contagious. I would ask you today, is your attitude worth catching? Is your attitude worth catching? Because it's contagious. You can be a thermostat or you can be a thermometer. The second way to inspire and maintain your inspiration is to inspire other people. Is to inspire other people. To breathe life into people. You know, to discourage is to take courage away. To encourage is to add courage to. Have you added courage to anybody today? Have you changed somebody's life today? Have you breathed life into somebody today? I hope I have at some point already today. And if I haven't, I need to find a way to inspire somebody today. You have to ask yourself, will I miss my moment? Will I miss my moment? Dr. Martin Luther King. A lot of people don't know this about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But he taught one college course in the entirety of his life. It was at Morehouse College in social philosophy. 8 people signed up for the class. 8 people took the social philosophy class. There were 6 males and 2 females. Not one of those 8 kept their syllabus. Not one of those 8 kept a test in which Dr. King made notes on. Not one of those students kept a paper in which they wrote for his course that proved they learned from Dr. Martin Luther King. Not one person took a picture. But yet, all 8 of those students, to this day, every year, they meet and they talk about the class they took with Dr. Martin Luther King. But the sad thing is, the only way you can find out is if you go to the registry at Morehouse College and look up social philosophy in that year, and nobody would know that they ever studied under Dr. Martin Luther King. The point, they missed their moment. They missed their moment to get a picture. They missed their moment to keep a test. They missed their moment. Don't miss your moment to inspire somebody. Don't miss your moment to add courage to somebody. Don't miss your moment to breathe life into somebody. I want to tell you very quickly about a guy that breathed life into me. It was my grandpa. He would have turned 95 a few days ago. But this guy didn't just tell me how to live. He showed me how to live. He was born in the mountains of New Mexico. He didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. But he raised 7 kids with my grandma. One, his oldest, grew up to be the Commandant of the United States Marine Corps, 4-star general. The second was my mom. But my grandpa, he showed me how to live. He did a lot of telling me, don't get me wrong. He told me how to live. But he did more than that. He showed me how to live. At his 89th birthday party, this is a true story. At his 89th birthday party, he ripped his shirt off and he went over to the diving board and took a couple hops on the diving board. He dove into the swimming pool and swam to the other end 40 feet. And he got out and he gave us a flex. Like, I've still got it at 89. And 5 weeks before he died at 92, hospice said you have 2 weeks to live. And he got up and he went over, put his hand on the doorknob, and my mom and her 3 sisters said, "Dad, where you going?" He said, "Well, if I've only got 2 weeks to live, I'm going to mow my grass one more time." And he went outside, got on his John Deere tractor, and he mowed his grass one more time. On my bookshelf, I have a wooden spoon that my grandpa carved. Took a wood burner, made it out of aspen wood from the state of Colorado. It sits on my bookshelf. And every day when I look at it, it says, "John, you better live life to the extreme. You better go to the maximum. You better live life as hard as you can. You better work hard and you better play hard. Live life to the max." And he made a difference in my life. I wish today that I could give everybody a wooden spoon that I carved, but I can't. But what I am going to give you, I'm going to give you a blue bracelet. I'm starting a movement. Starting a movement that says, are you mad? Are you mad? And everybody here is going to get a blue bracelet that says, are you mad? And it stands for, are you making a difference? Are you making a difference today? Did you make a difference yesterday? I gave these out at a conference a couple of weeks ago. And the day after I gave it out, a woman came up to me with tears in her eyes. And she said, I heard you talk yesterday. She said, do you have another one of those bracelets? I said, absolutely. Got her another bracelet. She said, because I went home and I gave it to my 17-year-old son. And I told him what it was about. And he wants to wear it every day. He said this morning when he came out of his bedroom for breakfast, he looked at me and he said, Mom, are you mad? And what I want to do is our employees to look at each other and say, are you mad? Are you making a difference? When we get tired, when we get worn out, are you mad? You're making a difference. You're inspiring somebody. You're breathing life into somebody. You're adding courage to somebody's life. You are making a difference. So I would just ask you, are you mad? Are you mad? Thanks for your time. Have a great week.